Rwby is an action-adventure series created by the late great Monty Ohm for the company formerly known as Rooster Teeth. Taking place in the world of Remnant, it follows our quartet of main characters, Rwby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang, as they train to become huntresses and protect the world from villainy. It gets much more complicated than that, but we don't really have time to go into all that right now. The show is known for taking large amounts of influence from anime when it comes to its style, presentation, and fight choreography. And just like anime, this also involves having a great soundtrack and opening themes for each volume. I've talked a lot and done many videos going over how much I love anime openings, and Rwby's are no different. While I may have a love and hate relationship with the show, the music is always a standout. So, I thought it would be fun to create a tier list giving my thoughts on the openings for each of the volumes. Quick spoiler warning, there may be times where I talk about things being foreshadowed in the openings, or just outright discuss how a big reveal was possibly ruined because of them. So if you plan on watching this show, I advise you to maybe check out this video later. If you've already seen the show, or don't mind some minor spoilers about characters you don't know, then I hope you enjoy. Okay, so as the past me said at the beginning of the video, we're going to be ranking all 9 Rwby openings, starting from volume 1 all the way up to volume 9. Gonna be ranking them on a scale of S to A to B to C to D. When it comes to these rankings, for me, like S is like perfection, A is like awesome, B is really good, C is decent to good, D is I don't like it. So even if I put something into like B or C tier, I still feel positively about it. But looking at these openings right here, I think there is no better place to start off than opening 1, This Will Be the Day. This thing's iconic. It's about to hit you like a ton of bricks. Hit me with that guitar. I need it now. I need it right this second. Hit me with it. Oh, yes. Love the vocals. It gets me amped. I can't even lie. Like, off to a very, very strong start here, in my opinion. Right off the bat, vocals are absolutely stellar. The instrumental with the leading guitar is incredible. Like, the second that first like guitar string, that first strum hits, like, let me see if I can get back to the beginning. Like, bam, like the like, dude, the second that hits, I'm like, okay, what are we doing? Who we punching? I'm ready to go to war right now. It's really, really good. Like, the instrumental's awesome. I love the vocals. I think the visuals department for me, outside of a couple of key moments, is really where it's lacking a little bit. I do really like the opening part right here where Rwby's overlooking her mom's grave, and then their petals, because like you can see her like looking at what I'm assuming is like a ghost of her or something, and then they each have like their own like petals intermixing together, like the red petals and white petals are mixing as they're flowing off of them. It just looks so pretty. It looks so nice, dude. And then you get the transition of the flower petals, again, both sets of petals going across the title card, giving you the introduction to the show. It looks so pretty. This part right here is really solid. I like the shot of all of them like back to back, like ready to go into combat. Like, it looks really cool. They're all like getting stanced up. They're hitting the poses. They're like, we're ready. The part I don't like is, why is this like random orb here? Like, why is that the thing that attacks them? Like, I don't really understand. I like that you can see all the grim eyes in the background too. That's pretty nice. And then we end off with each of the girls like posing on their little like logos and stuff. It's pretty nice. Like, I have a statement to make. Had to let that finish. I have a statement to make, and that is that this is very much an opening 1. Like, it is not really doing too much creatively with the visuals. Like, they still look nice. Like, I'm not saying that they don't, but as we see, as we'll see with later openings, it doesn't really get like as creative with the way the visuals are used to maybe convey either symbolism or emotion or movement. So it's a little bit lacking in that department. I think this final shot of Rwby against the moon with the logo looks so cool. Like it looks so dope. The song is really, really strong. Like it definitely gets me amped up. It's a little bit nostalgic. I know I didn't really like grow up watching this show, but when I watched this for the first time after a friend introduced it to me, like I definitely was humming this song randomly here and there, like 100%. So for me, big fan. This is so like I was saying, this is very much an opening one, and I mean that in a good way. Like it's introducing you to the world, to the characters. Like it's a very standard like anime opening one. Like if you watch anime, opening one usually is like these are all of our characters and this is what the world's going to look like and what the show's going to look like. And that's not a bad thing. It's just they don't really do a ton with it. The vocals are very strong, however, though, and the instrumentals as well. So I'm gonna actually give this an A tier. I really do enjoy it quite a bit, and I really think that it's actually done really well. I think the visuals were a little bit more polished. It'd be an easy S tier, in my opinion. It is definitely at least A, though. All right, so next up we have Time to Say Goodbye, opening number 2. Immediate step up, immediate. Dude, this pre-chorus gets me so amped. Dude, the visuals are so... This is what I wanted. Bro. Huge step up in the visuals department. Literally huge. I love this one. This, spoiler alert, where I probably will end up placing. This is my favorite Rwby opening. I think that the vocals are strong. I think the instrumental is strong. And I think the visuals really, really shine in this one a lot. Like they actually are like sort of figuring out like how they want to present their show a little bit. And they're incorporating that into the visuals of the actual opening. So like starting things off here, we've got our zoom in on Beacon and everything. And then we get Rwby looking out over it, and there's this like almost like flashing effect going on in the background. And then it gets overlaid by Ruby's silver eyes. Dude, it looks so pretty. And then you get the ethereal vocals in the background, the red flower petals just like blowing in the breeze. Come on, man. Another little attention to detail I like here as well is that each of the 4 main characters, Rwby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang, all have like a different particle effect coming off of them that is attributed to them. So like Rwby has her flower petals, Weiss has snowflakes, Blake has like little shadows, and then Yang's got her fire. Like I don't know, just like again, like talking about Rwby and Summer's petals mixing, the little effects of like their little attributes like mixing together and everything is just very pretty to look at as well. Very solid start, even though it's like a little bit slower of a start when it comes to the song. The visuals make up for that, and the song's vocals, especially here, are so like it's like making you levitate. Like it's just like, dude, like it hits. It really does. And then Beacon slowly burns away, and then we get the transition of Beacon burning away or fading away into the sun, and then the sun is where Rwby falls out. Like it immediately is like drawing your attention to this thing, like, oh hey, Beacon's fading away into this thing, and then here comes our main character. Like it's so well done. Like wherever they are aiming their range of motion, you are following to that next point. Like Rwby's following dead center and then towards like a diagonal angle a little bit, and then bam, Rwby's dead center in the frame. Like again, it's not like anything too over the top, but like keeping track of motion in an opening and keeping your eyes glued to the focal point of the opening is by using previous shots is so cool to me. Like the video production nerd in me loves that stuff. This part kind of mid visuals wise, but I think the vocals make up for it, especially here. Pyrrha going absolutely ham on these fools, absolutely bodying them. I love this little action sequence right here. It's time to say goodbye, like the full lyrics start playing. Dude, this might be my favorite part of the opening. So we have Mercury here. Mercury's doing his little kick right here. And then again, watch the range of motion. He is like aiming his kick dead center towards bottom, like maybe like the third left of the screen. So the range of motion again is drawing your eyes towards that like middle left area of the screen. And then bam, bam, bam. and Yang is immediately like, you blink and Yang is immediately in that spot of where that range of motion would go. Like little things like that I am a sucker for when it comes to openings and stuff. Like again, like he's, oops, I almost just clicked off of it, my fault. So again, he's like right there, and then a couple frames, and then bam, there's Yang. Like if I'm not pausing it, like you instantly see it. Like ready, bam, there she is. Like, dude, I love little things like that. Again, it's very like basic level, but it does so much to like convey to the audience, like, this is where you should be focusing all of your attention. We are guiding you along here. Like, we've got you, like that kind of thing. Like, look at this. Like, boom, boom, bam, immediate transition. Like, no joke, a singular frame, and then bam, it's Weiss. Like, you even see Emerald there, like as she like cuts in for Mercury, and then bam, all of a sudden Weiss is there. Like, I love when they do stuff like that. And then again, the girls take off, and again they are transitioning to each other like mid pose. Like, that's so cool. You can even like see where they like cut in over the top of each other. Like, Yang striking her pose, and then Blake is immediately like picking up where she left off and following through. And then, oh my god, it's so good. I love this opening so much. Give me an S tier. Give me an S tier right now. That is where it belongs. 1000% an S tier opening. I love this one. It is my favorite opening in the show. Like, I can't gush about this one enough. I love Time to Say Goodbye. It's so good and so smart, which I love. All right, on to opening number 3, When It Falls. Oh, might help if I clicked on the wrong tab. When It Falls, let's hear it. Somebody really is hungry for attention right now. Love how pretty this is at the beginning, by the way. And then I hit immediate tonal whiplash. This one's fine so far, I guess. Come on, Fifi. There you go. See, they kind of ruined that fight scene for me. Okay. This is a pretty big downgrade for me. I am not really a fan of this one musically or visually. Like, when you have like this like very pretty scape of like the moon, and you have that light piano, like kind of just like inching away at your brain a little bit, like nipping at your ears, kind of. The beautiful rose petal falling down. It's so pretty. And then I feel like I just got punched in the face. I think there's a transition that uses Cinder's eye to go back to the Grim, I'm pretty sure. Kind of, a little bit. They did it in a weird way, but I guess I'll give them credit where credit's due. I don't really like the shot of the Grim running either. Like, I don't really, not really much of a fan of that. One thing I am a fan of, though, is this shot right here with the lyric. That whole shot, I think, is so pretty. With, like, the mirrors will shatter. I'm a sucker for when they, like, something is happening in the opening that matches the lyrics of the opening. So, like, again, mirrors will shatter as the glass in front of him is breaking. Like, that's just a nice little touch. I'm a fan of that kind of thing. Why is Blake just walking through a random forest? Oh, I don't like him. Like, why? Like, why? I don't know. And then all the praise I gave them about the last fight, where they like faded into each other so perfectly, and then this time they just don't do it. Like, we see there's Yang mid center of the screen, and then you flash to Yang. I guess Adam's there, and then Blake is just off in no man's land. Like, they are not in comparable positions at all. They're not doing the whole like fade into each other thing. Blake and Adam swinging each other, and then, oh snap, there's Weiss and Emerald also fighting, and it's like, you did it so well the previous time. What happened? Like, I don't know. It's just something about this one. Like, it doesn't keep up with the established rule of the visuals. I guess not really a rule, but the established like fading of the visuals and everything that it did previously. And I don't know, that bothers me a lot. Grr, they don't like each other. Wait, a picture. Like, why is this here in the opening? I guess it's cool that we get some introduction to some of the other characters. Like, we get to see Summer for the first time. Raven, Yang's mom, and we get to see their uncle, their dad. Like that, I guess that's kind of neat, but like we could have done that a different way. Like, did this really need to be in the opening? I don't know. One other thing I do like here is right here. So again, like I talked about with spoiler warnings, big spoiler warning. If you have not seen the show and you plan to watch it, this is your final warning. So in the third volume where this opening takes place, Pyrrha actually ends up dying. And I like the little detail that she's the first one to fall out of their group circle, their safety net, essentially. Like, she's the first one to fall because she dies in this fall. That's a little bit of foreshadowing that isn't in your face about it. Like, it's clever foreshadowing. I'll give them that one. But the rest of the song and like most of the other visuals are kind of just meh. Like, I don't really like this one. I think it might be my least favorite, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this one's gonna be D tier. I'm sorry. Like, I want to like it. I'm a fan of like screaming when it comes to music and stuff here and there. If it's done well, I just don't feel like this one was done as well as it possibly could have been. So I'm unfortunately gonna give this one a D tier. Okay, next up we have Let's Just Live, the opening to Volume 4. So let's go ahead and hit it. I think this is actually the one where they switched their animation engine. So it's gonna look, from what I remember, a little stiff. And maybe not the best. Yeah, it does look a little stiff. I'm trying not to harp on the visuals, but it's tough. Okay, right off the bat, I'm gonna try not to harp on it as I talk about this one, but it, visuals wise, is a pretty tough one personally. I don't think it's helped by the fact that they're using a new animation engine, so I'm trying not to hold it against them. But a lot of the characters look they look like toys. They look like dolls. They look like a bunch of like Barbies and Kens and like essentially like robotic movements and stuff. Like, I don't know. It's just it kind of bothers me, and I'm not trying not to hold that against them and everything, but it's gonna dampen my thoughts on this one at least a little bit. Is they physically show that by having Beacon explode and then all the girls like scatter, like their colors scatter in different directions. I don't know, there's a little thing to like show that there's physical difference into them, between them, using the symbolism of this map and everything. Like, I don't know, just like a little thing that like that makes me happy. I think it's a pretty cool way to represent that. Rwby looks like I am walking now. Nice little touch here. There's a blank spot where Pyrrha could be, like Team Juniper's here, Jean, Nora. Where Pyrrha should be, there's a blank spot, and then Ren. So it's nice that they're like having that symbolism representation there of Pyrrha, like by having that blank space right there. Little things like that. Again, I'm a fan of that. I think Crow's got it the second worst in my opinion. Like, he looks like a robot. Like, look at the way he like turns his head to look at that. Like I am turning. Like, I don't know, just something about that really bothers me. Like, I get it, I'm trying not to hold it against them. Like, I really am. I love Weiss, best girl again. This shot of her actually is really nice. Like, the sunlight streaming in through her windows and stuff. It looks pretty. I like the lighting effect on her clothes as well. That's pretty nice. And then I think Weiss has it really bad here. Like, this part looks fine. And then we get to the part where she like breaks the scene and is like about to like undergo like a Sailor Scout or Super Saiyan transformation. Like, this looks just so stiff, like full on like I have the power He-Man pose. Like, it's not great. I'll just show the whole thing. Like, her dad's literally sliding on ice. Like, watch. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough scene, unfortunately. This scene, however, this shot, love it. Yang's like training with her dad and everything, and we use Yang having her back to the camera as like a transition to now she's facing herself with all her limbs intact. She's not missing her arm anymore. Like this shot right here, mwah, chef's kiss. It's so good. I'm a sucker for like a 360 camera spin. Like Naruto, if you're a fan of Naruto Shippuden, the Bluebird and closer openings, where Shikamaru and all them are fighting Hidan and them, like that, where they just do like the full 360 spin around as he's like twirling his scythe. Again, chef's kiss. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. Speaking of the Grim, I really hate how they're posed right here. I think it looks really bad. Again, they look like toys, and try not to hold that against them, but it's not good. The drop's kind of nice, but it's a little bit lacking. I also don't like that this just does not happen in the volume. Ah! That Blake face always gets me. Like, I'm sorry, dude, but Blake, you... Ugh. And we get like little action shots, and again they look a little sloppy. I really hate this shot. Why is John superimposed at the front of the scene? Like, does he really need to be? I really don't like how that looks. Why is Rwby looking so robotically posed again? Like, it's a tough scene, bro. Tough scene. It's a tough scene. I'm not gonna lie. Before I started this, I thought for sure I'd have Let's Just Live in D tier. I think I underestimate this song. I really do like the vocals a lot. And the beginning intro is so strong. I think I underestimate the vocals a lot. Like, if you were to ask me, like, just pure based off of like what are my two least favorite songs in the show, I probably would have said When It Falls and Let's Just Live. However, at least when it comes to openings. However, like, I don't know, it kind of won me over a little bit, only a little bit though. Like, I'm not placing it in any higher than C, but I will give it C tier. Next up, we have The Triumph, the opening to volume number 5. Let's hear it. Oh yeah, that intro with that guitar and the drums in the background. Immediate improvement once again. I like these transitions a lot though, of like the birds flying. Wait, one more time. Dude, this part is so good. This chorus right here. Hold on. Hit it. Oh my god, dude, this chorus is so good. God damn, that one's so good. I really like this one quite a bit. Let's take a look at the visuals and break them down real quick. Starting things off, that guitar intro goes mental. I love this beginning part here of like the vocals and the drums kicking in, and then it's the girls like slowly fading into static, and then there's like a little bit of like a drum drop, and then they fade into pedals and everything of like their specific colors. Like, it looks so pretty. Boop. This part's pretty boring for me personally. Like, I don't really like the visuals too much, and I think even the lyrics are kind of meh, just like screaming "I won't die." I love the shot of the raven flying at the screen though. The transition between the characters, very pretty. Ilya's just goated. Visuals wise, pretty good. However, I think that the real standout of this opening is the music, by far, because I think this chorus might be my favorite in the show. And like visuals wise, we're not really doing a whole lot here until like this point. So now we've got Rwby kind of cutting in. She's using her scythe, she's using crescent rows. She makes like a big swipe across the screen, and then that's how we transition to the next spot with Weiss. Like, again, the slice going right across the screen, and then bam, Weiss's guardian like jumps into frame. She stands up and poses on his sword because she's a literal goat. Oh my god, dude, I love that. I love that sequence, that transition right there. I think the other two aren't really as good. Like, we get one of like what I'm assuming is Blake's weapon like shooting across the screen, which is kind of nice. But the one between like yeah, I think it's supposed to be like either her ribbon or her weapon or something. It's a cool idea in theory. In practice, it looks just like some black squares and lines. Like, I feel like they could have done a little bit better to show that it was either her sword or her weapon, like one of those, or I mean her whip, excuse me. one of those would have been a cool thing if they could have like defined it a little bit more. For personally, I think that would have been cool. The little reunion shot of the girls working together again, like they're back together, over fighting the big Salem as well, and then they end off by having them all like fade into their colors and everything, into their colored petals. Like that just looks so pretty, like the cascading flower petals going out across the screen. It looks so nice, dude. It looks so nice. Ooh, is this an A or is this a B? I really like this one. I think the chorus is hard carrying most of the song. The intro too, like the back to the with the heavy guitar and the extra drums coming in. Like I feel like this song is kind of underrated. I feel like I don't usually see this one ranked very highly, but I like it a lot. Is it A or is it B? Is it as good as This Will Be the Day? I don't think it is. I think I like This Will Be the Day better. But I think it is an A tier opening. I actually really like it. Next up, we've got Rising, the opening to Volume 6. Let's give it a listen. Let's hear it, shall we? Oh, dude. If there's something Rwby does right, it's guitar intros, man. Ooh. Love this beginning. That shot's pretty cool. Okay. Okay. Oh, dude, I'm a sucker for this part. I'm a sucker for that ending part. I think it's so well done. So, a couple of things with this one. Some positives, some kind of not as positives. For starters, vocals here are incredible. Not really sure why Rwby and Weiss are playing tag in the middle of a train car, but you know what? To each their own, I suppose. So that was a weird shot. I love this shot of like Yang right here. Like, she's present physically in the moment. She's not present mentally. She's got her mind on other things. And as we can see here, one of those things is Adam. She can see his silhouette in the window of the train and everything. Like, I don't know, just like a little thing like that. Like little shots, like showing that, like, even though she might be back together with the team and everything, like Adam is what's on her mind. Like getting back at him for what he did to her, taking revenge, and trying to get back at him for what he did, not just to her, but also to everybody. So, oh, just like a nice little shot. I mean, that's a pretty obvious kind of alluding here. Like, I remember I was told not to watch the opening for this before I watched the whole volume, just because, like, or at least until I got to a certain part. I can't remember that character's name, but the character with like the blue glasses, I can't remember her name. I keep wanting to say like, Becca, like Rebecca or Isabella or something. I know it's none of those, but I don't remember. But essentially what they're alluding to here is that both her and Rwby have these silver eyes, which are said to be the eyes that defeat the Grimm and everything. And like, we clearly fade out on her eyes into Ruby's eyes. Like, do you get it? They have the same eyes. Like, a little too heavy there with the symbolism and the transitioning there. I like this shot of Crow getting dragged down by the Grimm, the red eyes in the background, the like almost tentacle like arms reaching out. We get to see our villain shots. I like this shot of Salem right here just screaming with the blue in the background. This blue fog is important in this volume, or blue smoke, whatever it is, because we get into what the relics are in this volume and like how they work and everything, so that foreshadows the effects that go along with those. This is a nice little shot too. This is a very good way to drum up interest. Like, who is this woman? Who is this statue? Like, what is happening? How does this relate to our main characters? Like, what's going on at the moment? That kind of thing is cool. It's a good way to like gauge interest in your audience. And then this ending part with Team Rwby is just so good. Again, like I said, transitioning between the fights. Like, we get that fireball going across. It's Blake, or it's Yang. We get the fireball going across the screen, and you can immediately see the fireball is used to transition Blake or Yang into Blake. Dude, I love that. Blake runs up, does a big attack onto this Grimm, hits a backflip, immediate transition into Weiss, who takes over from there, puts her glyphs on the ground to help Rwby get a speed boost. Dude, like that whole sequence is just so nice. And you get the ending of them like all fighting along side by side again, teaming up. Like, dude, we are so back. I love that one. It's really good. It's really, really good. That being said, I don't think it's quite on par as This Will Be the Day and the Triumph, so I'm gonna give this one a B. It's still really good. I like it a lot. However, I think This Will Be the Day and the Triumph I like maybe a little bit more. So I'm gonna give this one B. It's still very solid. I think that the fight transition that's happening at the end are really what sell this one for me quite a bit. But overall, I think B feels pretty good. All right, on to Trust Love, or should I say Trust Love, from the opening to volume number 7. Let's get on into it. I already have thoughts. I like this part of them like changing between their different outfits. I have other thoughts. We'll get to that in a second though. I love Rwby's new outfit. She's killing it. I have so much to say about this one. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not gonna lie, that ending shot of like the spear or the lance in the background, that went kind of hard. I have thoughts. Starting off with the very first shot. I do not like that everyone else is centered one way. So like Rwby, Weiss, Blake, they're all kind of positioned further ahead in the frames and everything, and they're all centered. Yang is slightly off-centered and also further back than everyone else, and it bothers me so much. Like, it just looks unfinished. I'm sorry. It looks unfinished. I'll give them credit for the Cowboy Bebop-inspired, like, parallels happening here. Like, that's pretty cool. But it looks unfinished with the way they have Yang posed right there. I'm sorry. I'm sure it was because, like, maybe her silhouette isn't as definable as the other characters. Sure. But that's a huge sacrifice to make for a thematic visual sequence. I don't know. I feel like people can clearly tell it's Yang if she's got her flowing hair and there's yellow behind her. I'm be like, that's Yang. I do also really like them like transitioning between their different outfits here. Like we have Yang's like opening 1 outfit into her like opening 4. And then she ends off in her new outfit, which I hate, but the transition's really pretty. I like Blake's. I think Blake's rocking the shorter haircut. I think it looks pretty good. Again, I'm a fan of those transitions and stuff. I have something else to say, but we'll get to that in a second. I'm a fan of these transitions between the outfits and everything. One thing I will touch on, though, is they did my girl so dirty with this fit. Why does she... Why? Why is the main thing happening here, like, blue? Like, her color is white. Like, I hate the hair. It looks like a big old, like, rat tail. Like, dude, just, like... Why they do this to my girl? Why? She's got more bells than a Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts character. They made her main like pop out color in this one blue. The braid does not like they did Weiss dirty. I think they did a really good job on Rwby's. I really like the shorter hair on her. I think it looks good. I really don't like this part here of like randomly Jacques and Whitley are here. Like, what is the point of this? And then we transition into Winter, like looking over at Weiss. Like, what is the point of these two shots? Like, why are they here in the opening? Like, I guess those two being there is fine because they're pretty important at this point in the volumes and stuff. And then we get this like random shot of like the city and like all the characters are posed up, like ready to fight, and like nothing is happening. I really don't like this part for multiple reasons. One, I don't like the vocals here very much. Like, it just seems a little bit too drawn out. I don't like the effect going on of like the lines going across the screen. I don't like the slow-mo effect that was applied to it. And then Spoiler alert, this is Penny. I don't think I talked to her about her earlier in any of the openings, but Penny is a character who is a robot who died at the end of volume, I think it was like midway or like near the end of volume 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure it was 3. So Penny died and is back here now. And if you were like me and you watched the opening first and not the show, you found out Penny was alive and well through the opening and not through the show itself. So that ruined what could have been a very big surprise. And maybe that's on me for watching the opening first, sure. However, I would also like to counterpoint that and say, maybe don't put a huge reveal in your opening. Like, thoughts? I don't know. Maybe that's just me in that regard. I don't know, man. I guess this action sequence is fine, if a little uninspired. Nora looks dope riding in on her hammer like that. I can't even lie. I hate the vocals here. I hate the vocals here so much. I like this one a lot, of like Robin and Crow fighting Tyrion. I like this one a lot because it makes me think of like a 2D fighting game where you have like an assist, like a Marvel versus Capcom or something like that. I don't know, it just looks kind of cool, especially at the end when she like does a little backflip and like bounces off of his scythe to like steady herself. Like, that little shot's pretty cool. And at the end we get all the girls like posing in front of the background with like their little effects and stuff. And then we get this ending shot that looks absolutely horrendous, and I don't know what they were thinking. So for starters, why is Yang, I get Yang is like mid-run, but if we were to take her model and lower it so where her feet were on the ground, she would come up to like Weiss's chest. Why? Why is Yang so much smaller? Why are Ironwood and Winter so much taller? Like, Rwby barely comes up to his stomach. Yang would barely come up to his waist. Like, the Aesops are all like smaller and everything too. Like, why did they style it? Like, you can even see Winter and Ironwood's feet back there. Like, they are just that tall. They look like giants compared to everybody else. Why is this a thing? Why does it look like this? They did not do, I don't know if it was the angle they posed them at or what, but they did a bad job of conveying perspective and posing them in a way that conveys that perspective. It looks bad. I'm sorry. This is a D tier opening. I think I like the song a little bit more than When It Falls, so I will put it at the beginning of D tier. But this one really, from like the first time I saw it, I was not a fan. I'm sorry if you really like this one. I'm happy that you do. It's just not for me. I don't like a lot of the aspects of it. I think it doesn't, I don't know if rushed is the right word, but it feels, no, you know, I will say it feels somewhat rushed. I'm not gonna lie. I think it feels somewhat rushed. And as we'll see later, when they take their time and really try with an opening, they do really well. Case in point, we have opening number 8, For Every Life from Volume 8. Let's not click spacebar on the tier list and instead go back to the video. Immediate improvement. Immediate. First shot. Immediate improvement. That transition is so good. I love how this looks. Oh my god, dude. That's a cool bit of foreshadowing we'll talk about. Oh, this part. Oh god, dude. Oh. That part is so good. Dude, this one's so good. I think that might be the strongest opening when it comes to the visuals department by far. If Trust Love is a D, I'm all the way back up in A and S from this one. It is unbelievable how much better it is than the previous opening. So real quickly, just starting things off, dude, first shot, this transition of them like almost like TV lines and TV static to immediately going into this burning hellscape of Atlas covered in grim and fire. Like, dude, that looks so good. I love it. Where like we see where the girls are currently and how they look now versus where they started out. Like, it's just a really nice little shot to be like, hey, look at all the progress we've made since this show first started, and how these characters have grown since then. It's really well done. Really well done. Even if Yang's hair is like an amorphous blob, but still. And then you see Ironwood here, and you see Atlas on fire reflected in his jacket. Dude, as the shadows like go across his face, like, bruh, this shot right here is beautiful. It looks so good. These parts are fine. And then I like the little shot of Nora there with the lightning bolt, like the high voltage. That's pretty nice. Then again, a little bit of nice foreshadowing because she really like lays into with her semblance this time around. That's pretty cool. This part right here is so good. I love it. And I love the transition here as like we see Winter's wearing one outfit and then Weiss walks in front of her and then bam, she's got the new fit on with her hair down or hair up a little bit. Or no, it is down a little bit because she had it in a bun before. Like that looks so, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff, man. Like I said, it looks so good. I love this type of thing. And then the chessboard here too. Like the chessboard motif here going on. Like Ironwood is about to get checkmated. Like, bro, you are surrounded on all sides. These vocals are immaculate. Immaculate. I like the little detail of like Nora reaching for Ren's flower petal as well. I love this action shot too. Like there's all this fighting going on and everything, and Cinder is just walking in like a full-on like girl boss, just like, nah, these children are trivial for me. I have better things to attend to. Like she's frozen time around them, which I don't think she can actually do in the show from what I remember, but it's just, it's very symbolic of like, these matters are trivial to her. Her whole deal is with the Winter Maiden. Like she is here to collect the Winter Maiden's powers. And like this whole situation with the main cast, they are trivial to her. They might as well just be insignificant little ants to her. And I love that this is conveyed through the shot. It is such good symbolism. And it's just a very pretty shot in general as well. Oh, I love the shot of like the grim arms like reaching up to grab them. This actually ends with them falling into this place. I can't remember what it's called, but essentially like they fall and they think it leads to only death, but like spoiler alert, we touch on the next volume what actually happens. But they actually fall into what's called the Ever After, which is basically based off of Alice in Wonderland, which we'll see in the next volume. But I love this shot of them like they're trying to reach out to grab the spear, and then they're just being overtaken by the grim hands, coupled with the like happy ever after crossed out with the question mark. Happy never again. Like, dude, it looks so good. It looks so good. It looks so good. Yeah, that's an S tier opening, man. It's literal peak. I love it. With that, we have one opening left to rank, which is opening number 9 for volume 9, Inside. So let's go ahead and give it a go, shall we? Ooh. It's a very different start to previous openings, but I mean that in a good way. The shots of them all like bathed in color are really pretty. Oh, dude, these vocals are so nice. That one was dope. I think that one's really, really solid. For starters, I love the beginning part. It's very nice. One thing I did notice here that I had not seen before is that John is actually crying. Like he's got like a little tear down his face right here. I've never noticed that before. That's a nice little attention to detail. And then his sword is like broken and it's got like blood on it. I have not noticed that before, like ever, which is really, really cool. I really, like I said, I really like these shots of them like bathed in color like that. They're very pretty. Very different opening start, like I said, but in a good way. One thing that I thought was cool is that as the characters cycle through their newer outfits, they get progressively more confident. Like Weiss starts off kind of meh to smiling a little bit to full-on smiling. Same with Yang. She looks kind of pissed, then she's like kind of neutral. Then she ends off with like a little smirk on her face. Yang's happy, smiley, and then big ol' cheeky grin right there. That's pretty cool. One thing I like about this though is Rwby is really going through it in this arc. And Rwby has the opposite. Rwby starts off really happy into essentially like a more melancholy, like dour look, into just full on like not even facing the camera because she's so overcome with like her feelings of frustration and pain and sadness. Like that's a nice little thing that like this character, as a little attention to detail, that this character that's so we've grown so accustomed to think of as like very bubbly and bright and like essentially like bubblegum. Like I don't know, she's very much like a naive kid for the most part, but I mean that in a good way. Like I don't know, it's nice that she's getting actual development here and being able to like process emotions that are a lot more adult oriented, shall we say. Not that kids don't feel those things too, but you get what I'm saying. Again, like I like that another little attention to detail because Rwby's going through it while the other girls are progressively walking or running faster, like fast walk, light jog, full on sprint. Rwby is just walking slowly at the back every single time. It's again very like surface. I also like the transitions of like the storybook pages turning, showing like the change in the running speed. Like that's nice. But yeah, another little attention to detail that I like there. And I love the shots of them like in this very like wacky zany place full of like all sorts of walkways. Yang turning the Sonic the Hedgehog and is running up a loop. Weiss is upside down. The shot of Rwby here on the bridge looks so good, where the leaf goes by and then fades out into her as she becomes the sugar in Neo's tea. Like they're getting creative with the visuals here, which I really like a lot. Rwby is full on going through it. My girl is mad depressed right now, so like the visuals are very like wacky and zany because of the world that they're in right now. So it's a very nice juxtaposition. I don't know if that was intentional or not. If it was, kudos. Big fan of that. As for where I want to rank it, I'm torn between A and I'm torn between B. I think I'm gonna go top of B. I think I'm gonna go top B tier. I like it a lot, but I think I like opening 1 and opening 5 just a little bit more. So I'm gonna say it's a solid B tier though. But yeah, there we go. There's my ranking of all of the Rwby openings. So we've got in 9th place When It Falls, the opening to Volume 3. We've got in 8th place Opening 7, Trust Love. In 7th place we have Opening 4, Let's Just Live. In 6th place we have Opening 6, Rising. In 5th place we have Inside, Opening 9. In 4th place we have The Triumph, Opening 5. In 3rd place, taking the bronze medal, we have This Will Be the Day, Opening 1. In 2nd place, taking the silver medal, we have For Every Life, Opening 8, excuse me. And at number 1, taking the gold medal home, we've got Time to Say Goodbye, opening number 2. That is my thoughts on each of the Rwby openings. Let me know what you guys think out in the comment section below. Feel free to give me your rankings, which ones you like the most, which ones you are more of a fan of than me, which ones you think I ranked low, which ones you think I ranked high, all that cool stuff. And leave a like on the video because it helps me out a ton. And subscribe if you're new around here, and let me know if you want to see more stuff like this. Like maybe at some point in the future, I can make a video going over and ranking the entire Rwby soundtrack, because I didn't even get to talk about some of my favorite songs in the show. I didn't get to talk about my absolute favorite song in the show, This Life Is Mine. I didn't get to talk about Shine. I didn't get to talk about Chatterbox, Red Light Roses, Dream Come True, Bumblebee. There's so many songs that are not openings that are absolutely incredible off the Rwby soundtrack. So if you want to see me talk about all of those and rank them as well, please let me know in the comment section down below, because I would love to do that. Absolutely. Like I said, leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Let us know you want to see more types of opening video, ranking videos, and just more types of things like this in the future. I'll catch you guys next time, though. Until then, have a great day, afternoon, evening, and night. Wherever the hell you are, have yourselves a damn good one, and take care of yourselves. I will leave you all with this. Peace.